Well, Jenna, let it be known, and you guys can attest to this. Through all the Lakers' struggles, I have never given up on or thrown out the puncher's chance card. All right, I've always said, if AD is healthy, they got a puncher's chance. No matter how bad it looks, get in the playoffs, preferably don't meet Golden State or Phoenix in the first round, puncher's chance. Now, I'm not ready to say they're all the way back because they beat up on James Harden and the Nets ball boys. However, this is a step in the right direction, and they can get it going, right? All right, and here's the key. LeBron is playing phenomenal basketball. We know that. The key is Anthony Davis, as probably has always been the key. And, Nick, I'm not even looking for AD to play at the top of his game. I've given up hope of that for the time being. Just get near AD, near the top of your game. All right, if he does that, you've got two of the top 10 players in the league. One can dominate inside, the other can dominate the perimeter. That's good enough to contend in a Western Conference that's kind of open. All right, and so AD, that's the key. I want him inside. Last night he had 4 blocks, 3 of them in his first 6 minutes of play. He can dominate the paint. He's shooting 17% from 3. AD his shooting in mid-range is down. AD can do it inside. So I want him in the perimeter, in the interior, dominating the inside, offensively and defensively. Wilds. The last thing I'll say quickly, I think Russ has been humbled. Russ has been humbled enough, and he himself understands, look, the only way I'm going to make this thing work, the only way I'm going to get credit, the only way I'm going to look good is if we win. Nobody's looking at my stats. It's not about getting a triple-double. We got to win. So if I'm the Lakers, I'm saying, look, Russ, give us your energy, your hustle. You're going to get us 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 or 7 assists just off your hustle. Be more engaged defensively, concentrate more. Let LeBron be the decision maker, the playmaker, and you play off him and AD. And this could work, Wilds.
Yeah, also don't terribly airball a 3 and make us all go, ugh, Russ, don't take those anymore. But you had a great point about the Lakers defense. I saw this game, Nick. I said, ooh, I'm going to log on, put a little money on the Lakers championship odds. Like Broussard said, puncher's chance. When I looked at it, I said, woo, they are vastly underrated. Don't get me wrong. I like my Jazz. But if the Lakers are playing like they played last night.
And your Magic.
I like this a lot. And Broussard touched on it. To me, Nick, it's all about the defense. I don't need Anthony Davis shooting any more threes. He had 4 blocks last night, had some out there on the three-point line. And here's the interesting stat. The Lakers are the 5th worst team at defending the paint. Only 4 teams are worse. One of them, Sacramento Kings, who lost by 53 points last night. The Rockets, only team worse than them is the Magic, who are feisty. Don't get me wrong. The Magic are feisty. The Spurs and the Clippers, who are actually okay. If they can just defend the paint, like Frank Vogel's teams have always done, they have a chance. They're vastly overrated. I love AD coming back for his defense now.
Underrated. So, vastly underrated.
Exact opposite.
Just by the way, America. Yeah, no, we got you, buddy. The other thing we got and the viewers should get is, before I give the Lakers point, please tune in at least on a weekly basis over the next, I don't know, call it 36 weeks to watch Wilds continue to fall down this gambling rabbit hole.
Why? That's a good
By the
bet.
way, New York State legalized gambling. And Wilds is immediately sending me single game parlays. And then he's like, I logged on and I saw these championship odds. Guys, by next football season, Nick's picks is going to be just pushed out of the show by Wilds gambling with his tie even more askew than normal. Yeah, please tell me, Wilds, tell me, and then I'll give my take. Please.
I was like, the Sacramento was down by like 40. I'm like, they're not going to lose by 40. I took Sacramento in the points and lost. I lost.
See, that's what I'm saying.
They lose by
He's
50
live
points.
betting Kings games. He's live betting Kings games. Billy and Russie, Wild's amazing
Not
game.
healthy,
Keep
buddy.
going.
Listen, don't worry. Uncle Nick will help you out when Daddy's got to
going.
go somewhere to get it cleaned up. But in the meantime, it'll be a fun journey. All right, on this, Wild's talk defense. Broussard talked to Anthony Davis. I'm going to shock America here. I'm going to talk about LeBron James. Because I think it is underplayed
This is
and
a first.
underrated what he's doing right now. So here's a fun fact. Do you know there is a Laker that currently is having one of the 5 best scoring seasons ever for a player in year 19 or later? That Laker is Carmelo Anthony. The only players in year 19 to average more points than Carmelo Anthony is averaging this year are Kobe, Dirk, Kareem, and that guy. Why do I make that point? Because that guy is going to win the scoring title in year 19. It's damn near unprecedented for someone to average 15 points a game in year 19. And Broussard, you said the other day, or you've said a few times, listen, LeBron's playing great, but he's not controlling the game the way he once was. And to a degree, I've agreed with you that it's not total hand on the joystick, over my dead body on a nightly basis, we're not losing.
Right.
With that said, there was a very interesting moment last night, and I should have told our guys to grab the clip of it. Right before he had the back-to-back steals and dunks, he almost had a steal in the exact same spot, missed it, and the Nets hit a 3. And he was furious, and he looked over to the sideline and seemed to say something to Maverick Carter and Michael Strahan, who were sitting next to each other. It happened right in front of them. And the very next play, 2 plays, he had back-to-back steals and dunks from the exact same spot on the court. It felt like it was his ability to be like, I'm getting it back, and then got an extra one. When you look at the Western Conference, who are the guys in the NBA right now, Broussard, that are playing at an over-my-dead-body level? Giannis is. Embiid is.
Right.
Durant, when he's healthy, is. They're all out east. So why do and I don't think the Lakers have big 3. I think they have a big 2. I think it's LeBron and AD. Why do I think the Lakers have more than a puncher's chance? Because in a playoff series, there is no one in the West that can do what LeBron can do. Still, in year 19. Listen, Steph had a great first 6 weeks of the season. Steph's been, by his standards, bad for a month now.
No doubt.
Devin Booker and Chris Paul that's a great team. There is no one on that team that can do over my dead body. I understand Jokic has the highest VORP and BPM adjusted in NBA history. He's never been able to be over my dead body guy. LeBron still can. And that should scare the rest of the league if AD can stay healthy.
Well, here's the thing. Look, LeBron, as you said, is playing tremendously. You mentioned only 2 guys that are playing better are Giannis and Embiid. And they get it done on the other end. That's the difference. And I do think LeBron can do that in spurts, Nick. But I don't know what made him better, even if his stats look as good as they were 9 years ago. What made him better back then was that he could dominate defensively as well. All right, just like on the offensive end. Now he can do it here and there. I saw toward, I think it was the end of the first quarter, he went on James Harden. Now, Harden went right by him, but I'm just saying he took the challenge up, right? But he's not going to be able to do that like a whole fourth quarter. Give me Ja. All right, and that's the difference.
That's right.
That's why they need AD to be near the top of his game. Because on both ends of the floor, because as good as AD can be, he's not going to make them younger. He's not going to stop their inability to keep guys from driving past them to the paint, but he can protect the paint, and that's why they need him. So taking nothing away from LeBron, I'm just saying he's not as good as he was at 32. That's all.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.